Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Ace! Ready! Blue,
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun! Leopard!
They'll drop the throw. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Gun! Here we go! Blue, landed! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Sanders. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Set. Green, 39.
Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Gone. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Patriot! Blue landed! No, Patriot!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
second down. Here's Mahomes looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football? Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Now let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Gun, Green 39. Gun, gun. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Leopard. Leopard.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hunt.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, it's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hunt.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 1:52 left to play in this second quarter. Back to Denver right after this. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Back 99, Philly, here we go. 319. Check your hot read. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Check 59, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So we've reached halftime with a visiting. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go play action here on first down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Down to the 25. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Left, ace.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's his second miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
And they'll go on the ground. Wiggles free. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Second down carry for Booker. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Patriot! Here we go now. Blue 90! Leopard! Blue 90! Gun!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, now, boys!
middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Plus like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Booker. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Watch got you now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dance into his pressure. Gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Left. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him. And sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 53 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. Fights loose. Now he's flushed it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Henderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And he got it. The kick is gone, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And it'll be all is on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, that early momentum continues.